Americans, other friends, subscribers around the world. Thank you, man. Getting this, I'm trying to get this, get this truck unloaded. Gonna throw all this out here and then saw it up into rounds, then pull out the little splitter, get it split up, and get this truck cleared out so that we can get on the next load. Got trucks and their Jake brakes, man. Amateurs. We have, it's dang cold out here this morning. The sun is hasn't made it over my tree line yet. It's peeked over the mountain. Then it's supposed to warm up and be I don't know, up high 50s again, so that's great. It was actually, they were calling for, when they did their 10-day forecast last week, they were saying it was going to be about 10 degrees colder this week, and now they've changed that and extended it out, so it's looking like we have do have a chance, a couple of chances of some white snow, but a lot better than what they were saying a few days ago. So I was just telling Miss Kitty in there that we need to, I want to get at least 2, maybe 3 or 4 even more truckloads about like this pulled in here of wood. Then I also want to take a day and get back over to the Lady Hawk, the Dodge, you know, right now, and then of course the building and stuff. And I've showed it before, but I'll show the peeling, you know, and then actually. Why you peel the logs, and the reason that you peel the logs before you use them to build is if they have the bark left on them. For one, they will hold the moisture. They will hold moisture in between the bark and the wood, and it'll rot it out. And then the other reason is the bugs, you know, the beetles and just whatever, carpet, you know, just whatever, man. The bugs can get in there and they will eat. So if you leave the bark on, there's a good chance you're going to either rot your pole out or you're going to attract bugs that are going to eat the wood. So that's the main reason you peel it, and then it looks cool too. All right, I'm going to get this unloaded. It was Virginia that was asking about why I peeled the log. I was trying to remember who it was. So that's why. Thing is chewed a ball. You ball. as many poles as I thought I got, or lengths. Those three, and then pretty good load of welfare wood there. And then some lengths for building. Alright, we're going to get saw and everything, get this thing lined up. Had it. So I had to jump in here because I went in and I was getting a bite to eat, so I thought I'd start downloading today's video. As you can see, man, it's warmed up out here, man. Lost the sleeves, lost the felt hat, everything, man. It's nice. A little chillier in the shade than it is out in the sun, but dude, it is a nice fall day. Anyway, man, so I'm going to have to try to do this little segment to start, and then I'm going to kick back into where, because I also was having some battery issues with the camera or something, man, was going on. Maybe it was Hillbilly era, I don't know, man. So anyway, I got this message earlier this morning from old Arnold Olson. Howdy, Arnold. So I thought I'd read this. And, you know, I ain't trying to fuck nobody, man. I got my, you know, you turn into my station, man, you get my opinion. It's my show, man. But I'm always open to listen to all y'all, you know. But, anyway, so I'll read his little thing. Careful, fella. You got a lot of Stihl fans out here. Thanks for showing us some high country this morning. You're welcome. But, so my opinion on Stihl chainsaws, you know, man, I poke at them all the time. If you've watched my videos, and all you new subscribers and everything, man, welcome to our channel, man. Welcome as long as you're here till YouTube throws you off. Anyway, so I'll give a brief thing of my thing on Stihl chainsaws. You know, I grew up, man, you know, born and raised here, man. I've grew up in logging country. Growing up, you know, Grandpa had Stihl chainsaws. All his buddies, you know, there's the Stihl chainsaw thing. I mean, and back then, you know, we're talking the 70s, you know, back then, when you bought a Stihl chainsaw, it was kind of like buying a car, man. It was an investment. You know, and then you repaired it and you took care of it and, you know, everything just like a car. Well, over the years, that's all changed, and what has led me down the road of, for one thing, the quality of the Stihl chainsaws versus the quality that I had. Excuse me, I've had 2 or 3 skills. I've had a lot of skill saws too. The Stihl chainsaws, and actually really one big one that I had forever You know, and you maintain it, man. I'd take it to the shop if it was something beyond what I wanted to deal with. Man, up till the Husky, man, the best saw I'd ever had, man. It was a great saw, you know, and it was they got a 20 or 24 inch bar on that mother. Get back. Go get the ball. And, man, great saw. So I have a problem, so I can't remember what part it was, man. Yeah, man. Sorry about that. Having some technical difficulties. So anyway, so I needed this part for my old saw, my original saw. I can't remember what the number I should, man. I had that thing forever. You know, it was a big saw, bigger than my Husky, or bigger than the Stihl brand new one I bought. So anyways, I called them about a part, or look up on, you know, that's a nice thing these days, man. You can just get online, look up, and they had discontinued the parts for my old chainsaw. What the heck? That's because they want to sell me a new saw. I know that's it. So I'm like, you know, I handled that one all right. I was like, well, that really bites. So I sold that saw at a swap meet up in Idaho City. All right, so I don't know how long it was, man. So then I go out and, you know, we'd moved to this dope place that we that's a whole different squirrel. A whole different story on that place. But this dope that I supposedly was buying that the guy screwed me on. But anyway, watch yourself on them owner carries and them rent tones. That's what that one was supposed to be. So anyway, so man, there was a bunch of arborvitae and stuff like that I wanted to cut out. So I didn't think I needed a big old, you know, logging saw, man. I just needed a, you know, a size, about the size of the Husky. So I went out, man. I think I paid $350 or something like that for it on sale, man. Got the case and everything. And it did the job all right, you know. I liked it at first. And it had that new easy start. And I'll tell you what, man, and that is probably my biggest gripe about Stihl is that new easy start. This thing's got like a easy start thing, man, and it starts every time. And if you miss it, if you miss it, you can still get it started. But that Stihl, that little Stihl that I had, if you know you did your, you know, your routine, your pumps, and you did your whole little thing, and pull it, and if you miss that first, you're done. You might as well set that thing down, man. It has got to rest and drain from wherever crevices that fuel goes. And so that was my biggest gripe about that saw. And within, I bought that down there. I had it probably a year, maybe 2 years. We moved up here, and this thing, man, it was about the time that the warranty, because I think I had a 2-year warranty. That's what it was. It was the warranty was over, so I had it for 2 years. And this thing started, man, doing all kinds of, man, it wouldn't run for crap and all this stuff. So I'm like, well, this is a bunch of crap, dude. And, you know, and I'm all the way up here in the middle of nowhere. So I called the guy, or the place I picked it up, bought it at, the Stihl dealer down there in the Flatlands. And, oh, you got to contact the Stihl place. And so I tried to call, or I called them and stuff, and, oh yeah, well, you got to do this, you got to do that, and just blew me off. And I'm like, what in the heck, man? So I sent them emails, everything, and they never did squat about, they didn't care. You know, they didn't care, you know. So that is my, and I thought, man, your customer service and your, you know, it still just wasn't, the saw wasn't good like they used to be, and the customer service and, you know, all that. So that's when I sold that one on eBay. Went out and bought me a Craftsman and used the Craftsman for about 1.5 years. And, you know, Craftsman ain't what it used to be either. Craftsman, who the heck, somebody else bought out Craftsman, or so I don't even know. But anyway, so that is why I don't, I would say more than anything was their customer service and their rudeness and attitude when I called, and not getting responses to my my emails was the, so there's my thing, man. And I'll tell you what, man, I've only had this Husky for I've been using the heck out of it. You know, I don't show on video all the time. And I've only had it for however long. You know, if you watch my videos, you've seen me when Gregor sent that thing to me. And I've used the heck out of it, man. It is, you know, other than operator error. But, you know, and that one chain, you know, but that was my, you know, that's my own dang fault. You know, when I threw that chain. But, dude, that thing, it runs like a rape tape, man. And it is, I love it. And I always wanted a Husky anyway, so. Or have, especially, well, I guess I say I've always wanted a Husky. That's what I wanted when I got the Craftsman. I just didn't want to spend, I didn't have the money to, you know, because, you know, I'm just a poor old freaking hillbilly, man. I ain't got a bunch of, you know, you go out and buy a new saw and all that, you know, like I said, it's an investment. You know, this one I was done, thank you, Gregor. Man, I'd still be using the dang, my Frankenstein, because my Frankenstein was a Craftsman and a Poland put together. And I still got it. I keep it, man, for just in case. You know, you just never know when you might need it. Not only that, I use my chainsaws in my lodgepole building a lot, too. So if I'm going to take a chance of cutting a nail, I'm going to use a Poland. So, because the kickback on that, you know, there's so many more RPMs with that Husky than there is with, like, the Poland. And when you're using them for building and you're cutting, you know, and you're dealing with all the secondhand, reclaimed, reused materials, you know, and I run over them with magnets and do all the whole procedure, you know, for reusing materials. But you get the nails and stuff like that. And to hook one of them nails with that Husky versus hooking one with a Poland, man, there's a big difference. And if I'm hanging off of some rafter, man, I don't want to hook up with the Husky and it yanks me off my ladder. So that's about all I got on that deal. So right now I'm getting ready to but thank you for your input, man. I ain't trying to be crazy or nothing. I just wanted to explain why I feel that way about Stihl. That's my opinion, man. If you love your Stihl, all the power to you. Everybody, man. My old Red's got a Stihl chainsaw, man. He has a lot of issues with it, and my son-in-law's got a big Stihl chainsaw, and you know, man, all my logger friends and all that, man, 100, you know. And if I found a smoking deal on a Stihl at a sale or whatever, I'd still pick up a Stihl. So I would never own a Stihl again. But if I'm going out to pick up one after having this one, if I was going to, because eventually, you know, I'll get me the, maybe not. This one's, I don't know if I really, maybe my new Husqvarna is my lifetime saw. It's all I need. Man, you get any bigger saw than that means you got more work. And I was going to get a bigger one so that I didn't have to bend over. But then my other friend sends me this. So, man, a Husqvarna and a hookaroo. What else do you need in life, man? Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. It helps keep the lights on, the home fires burning. Propane tanks full. Check out the links below. Miss Kitty's in there putting up some drafts and everything, so we're going to have a lot of new stuff on the eBay. Please go over and like and subscribe over at Idaho or Mountain Junkers. Trying to build that channel. I'm going to try to get a video on there later today too, so check it out. Help support the homestead and keep us chugging along here, man. So good Lord willing, the creeks don't rise. We'll be back again tomorrow. See ya.